morning. Woke up today. It was around 7. Feeling quite good. They took bloods throughout the night. Today I'm gonna get the fludarabine chemo again. Evening I'm gonna get the busulfan chemo 2-hour infusion again today. Yeah, feeling good. At the gardens again. It's quite nice. It's a really nice, beautiful summer day. Feeling okay. Took my sleepy meds, clozapine or whatever it is. And yeah, I'm going to have blood work. They're giving me chemo. But before they did, they gave me steroids and some, I think, anti-nausea medication. And no, chills, very, very dizzy. Feeling a little bit nauseated. So I finished my chemo, and the steroids the steroid and that antihistamine wore off quite a bit. Feeling a lot better, feeling actually like awake, because before I was like, went toilet and my stool has softened quite a bit, meaning that my gut bacteria is sort of starting to leave. They plugged me into the ATG now, the rapid antibody globulin, I think it's called. And yeah, apparently the nurse is going to come see me in 10 minutes because this is my trial dose, and apparently it's very serious and people have massive reactions to it. So we'll see. I'm now having my ATG. It's really hard to stay awake and keep my eyes open. But otherwise, a bit harder to breathe. If I move too much, my heart rate goes up quite high. So it is almost 6 o'clock. I've finished with the rabbit ATG. It was very tough. I kept sleeping. I got chills. I got a 37.2, I think was my highest temperature. I had some Panadol now. Had some anti-nausea medication now. I brought over dinner. Don't really have much of an appetite. This was 0.05 milligrams per kg of body weight, I believe, the rabbit ATG, and tomorrow we're gonna have 2 milligrams of ATG. So it's 9 p.m. now. I'm just plugged up to my busulfan chemo there. Around 7 o'clock I started to feel way better. Started to walk around and actually do stuff, and yeah, I felt so much better. It's the 4th of November, I guess, day minus 2 or day minus 3, don't remember now. I'm feeling fine, but I'm feeling a bit homesick. Turns out I think I'm okay with steroids, but I'm not okay with antihistamines. I get lightheaded, very drowsy, dizzy. So I just finished my morning chemo. Turns out I'm having the reaction of all those reactions to the antihistamine, but this time the nurse, instead of doing like a injection, push into my line, she pushed it in really slow. Instead of 5 seconds, it was 15 minutes, and it made me a lot better, even though I still was very drowsy and felt, you can still hear it in my voice. It was much better. Feeling like poos again, nauseated, and I can't eat, and I'm can't eat, and that's why I'm nauseated, because I should eat something, but I can't. So yeah, a bit chilly as well, so wondering if my temperature's going up. I'm feeling really shit. My temperature is rising, but it's not rising. But that's what the thermometer says. But that's just the side effect of the ETG. Quite some time I felt like vomiting. I never usually vomit. I can feel nauseated, but I never vomit usually. So I ran to the bathroom. I pretty much left my breakfast down there. The nurse gave me some anti-nausea through my IV port, and its side effect is it makes you drowsy. It's almost 10. I still have a temperature. They're gonna finish the chemo, and then they're gonna take blood cultures to see what kind of infection I have. An okay night, but my temperature spiked at 38.1. So during their protocol, they said they have to take cultures, and they put some antibiotics in me, and they put a liter of fluid in me as well. That's probably why I'm so puffy, so puffy. I'm plugged up to my first dose of cyclosporin, which is an immunosuppressant. This is the dose that I'll be probably taking twice a day for the next 4 months. So I finished the cyclosporin, and they gave me the steroids, the pre-ATG medication, so steroids and antihistamine. The antihistamine makes me really drowsy, so I've just been sleeping for the past 3 hours. They also gave me some anti-nausea medication, my something acid for my liver, and allopurinol for, I believe that's the kidneys, and they gave me vitamin K as well to, I guess it's the prep for tomorrow's day 0. So ATG is going to be done in a few hours. Still haven't been struggling to eat, and I had my ATG treatment, and it feels like what happened to me yesterday is starting again. So again, nausea and headache and temperature. My temperature is rising, so they're gonna give me IV Panadol, and maybe some a bit more anti-nausea. But anti-nausea is not really working for me really well right now. I am plugged up to my cyclosporin, which is an immunosuppressant. So thankfully today was the last dose of the ATG, which is the really tough one. I pretty much slept all day. I only had like a piece of toast. But yeah, feeling a lot better than last night. I thought it would be the same as last night, where I was just sitting and I couldn't move and I couldn't really, get anything down and just start to vomit. But yeah, thankfully it's minus day 1. Tomorrow is the new day, the big day. And afterwards it's gonna be a whirlwind for 2 weeks with no immune cells and no nothing inside my body, and then I will be better afterwards. But yeah, day 0. At night I had a fever and spike again, and I've just been sort of out of it, sleeping. They brought over a little machine down there, the defroster. Plugged up to some fluids and my cyclosporin, which is an immunosuppressant right now. So I think as soon as that's done, they're going to infuse the donor cells. These are my cells. They came in like a Darth Vader. they're about to open them up and they're gonna steam from dry ice, and then they're gonna go into the little warm bath and warm them up, and then they're gonna go on the line and go into me. Very good. It's day 0. I got my cells at 11 o'clock and I pretty much slept all day. Haven't been able to eat much, and then I ate some peas and a juicy and a little bit of rice, and now I had a shower and feeling more human, which is nice, and actually awake than before. So yeah, feeling okay-ish.